Hello, math learners! It's time for fun, exciting, interesting, and challenging lesson. We will be learning today about the absolute value of a number. Stay with me and let us learn together. So the absolute value of a number is the distance between that number and 0. It is denoted by 2 bars, just like that. So again, an absolute value of a number is the distance between that number and 0. To know the distance of a number or the absolute value of a number, let us know number line. Number line is a line drawn starting from 0 and which extends to both sides without ends. So from 0, we have the positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. These numbers are what we call the positive integers. And this extends infinitely to the right of 0. And to its left, we have the negative integers. We have negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and so on. This extends infinitely to the left of 0. So that is the number line. And we will be using that to find the distance of a number from 0, or the absolute value of a number. Okay, so here, what is the distance of 4 from 0? Let us know the distance of 4 from 0. So from 0, let us count 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 units. So we can say that the distance of 4 from 0 is 4 units. It is the absolute value of 4 is 4. And we can write it that way. The absolute value of 4 is equal to 4. Okay, let's have another. What is the absolute value of negative 5? So, let's find the distance from 0 to negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, the distance of negative 5 from 0 is 5 units. Okay, and it means that the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. And we can write it that way. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Okay, so easy, isn't it? Okay, let's have another. Find the distance between negative 5 and 2. Or what's the absolute value of negative 5 and 2? Okay, so to do that, let us find the distance first from 0 to negative 5. Then, you add the distance from 0 to 2. Okay, so let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The distance of negative 5 from 0 is 5. Then, let's get the distance from 0 to 2. 1, 2. And the distance of 2 from 0 is 2 units. Okay, so you add it. So the absolute value of negative 5 and 2 is 5 and 2 respectively. Or it's 7. Okay, so that's how we write the distance between negative 5 and 2, or the absolute value of negative 5 plus the absolute value of 2. It is 7. Okay, now take a look at this. How to read that, or what does it mean? It means that the absolute value of 4 is 4. Remember that the absolute value of a number is positive, never negative. Okay? How about that? We read it as the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. Okay? Once the number is inside the absolute value symbol, then we have a positive answer. Okay, how about this? negative. Absolute value of 4 is negative 4. Why is it negative 4? It's because that the negative sign is outside the absolute value 4. Okay? The first thing that you do is to find the absolute value 4. That is 4. Then you multiply it to the negative. So negative 4. Okay? How about that? The negative absolute value of negative 4 is equal to negative 4. So again, the negative sign is outside the absolute value of negative 4. Okay, so you find first the absolute value of negative 4. It's 4. Then you multiply it to the negative sign outside. So it is negative 4. So take a look at the difference. Okay, let's try this one. How or what is the absolute value of 4 plus 2? What will we do? Simplify first. Add the numbers inside the absolute value symbol. So 4 plus 2 is 6. The absolute value of 6 is 6. Always positive. Okay? How about here? 2 minus 10. So again, you simplify 2 minus 10. That is negative 8. Or the absolute value of negative 8 is 8. Positive. Okay, never negative. Okay, how about this? The negative or the absolute value of negative 7 minus the absolute value of negative 3. Okay, so in this kind of example, you have to find first the absolute value of each number there, or absolute value number. Okay, so the absolute value of negative 7 is 7 minus the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. Then subtract now. That is equal to 4. Okay, are you following? Okay, let us have another. The absolute value of 3 plus 5 plus the absolute value of negative 9 plus negative 1. So again, you solve it or you simplify it separately. So we have to start with the absolute value of 3 plus 5. You add the numbers. So it is equal to 8. The absolute value of 8. Plus, you add negative 9 plus negative 1. That is negative 10. So we have the absolute value of negative 10. Then now, find their absolute value. Absolute value of 8 is 8. Plus the absolute value of negative 10 is 10. Then, find the sum now. It is 18. 8 plus 10 is 18. So, I know that you have followed well our lesson. Okay? Let's try this. Test yourself if you do understand. Alright, let's have the absolute value of 3. What is the absolute value of 3? Is it 3 or negative 3? Come on. I know you can do that. It is 3. Positive 3. Always negative, never negative. Okay? Let's have another. The absolute value of negative 11. Is it 11 or negative 11? The answer is 11. Very good. Okay, let's have another. The absolute value of negative 28. Is it negative 28 or 28? Come on, you can do that. It is 28. Very good. Okay, let's have another. The negative absolute value of 55. Is it negative 55 or 55? The answer is negative 55. Take a look at the negative sign. It is outside the absolute value number. So we have negative 55. Okay, one last. The negative absolute value of negative 13 is the same as number 4. So, is it 13 or negative 13? The answer is negative 13. Very good. Congratulations, everyone. I know that you have understood all of our lesson. Okay? So before I end up, I want to share to you this. Never give up, because great things take time. Always learn, always study, and do your best always. This is your teacher Maricel. Thank you for learning with me. God bless everyone.